Formula One season has come to an end for another year, and the question on everybody's lips is who is their star of the season. Now, on paper, it's an open and shut case. Lewis Hamilton, because he's become the first British driver, British world champion for that matter, to win the title in consecutive years, to retain the title, if you will. But his post-title winning dip in form has made that less of the case. But for me personally, my star of the season is the entire Marussia team, as was nowadays Manor. And that is because of them simply making the grid against all the odds financially, with them being virtually down and out this time last year. And credit must go to Jules Bianchi. If he hadn't got that 9th place finish at the Monaco Grand Prix in 2014, then the Manor team, as it is now, would not be on the grid. Those 2 points were what saved that team. And to be honest, I take my hat off to everybody who works for that team, especially now that they've been justly rewarded for them making their way to the grid this year, by having an immediate boost in performance for next year, with having the standard setting Mercedes engine in the back of their car next year. That should be worth watching, I think. As for the 2015 Formula One season as a whole, I would be the biggest liar in the world if I said it was an all-time classic. It was far from it. The fact that Lewis Hamilton clinched the World Championship with races to spare is proof enough. I would much rather have seen him leave it until the last race before clinching the championship, to be quite honest. I mean, glad though I am that he is world champion, don't get me wrong, I always want British drivers to win the world championship whenever possible. But the fact that he clinched it with races to spare sort of took the varnish off the excitement level for me. I mean, there were, don't get me wrong, there were some good races this year. The race in which Hamilton clinched the championship was one of them, the US Grand Prix. Admittedly, the weather during qualifying would have helped there, and during the race for that matter. But by and large, it was a bit too easy, I think, unfortunately. We can only hope that the rest of the field make some gains on Mercedes and make the 2016 championship more interesting, not least for me personally, because I'll be going to one of them, as you will have seen from my Road to Hockenheim mini-series.